Plane from 2023. Does this movie have enough runway to take off, or does it crash and burn? Huh? See, the joke is the movie's called Plane, and runway and crash and burn, those are airplane-related things, but they also have other meanings. Theme song.
Cartoons Reviews! Cartoons Reviews!
If you want to watch Plane, check the link in the description below. So I've got mixed feelings about Gerard Butler. I like some of his movies. I like Olympus Has Fallen. I love Law Abiding Citizen, but I chalk that up to being by Kurt Wimmer. I may be the only Kurt Wimmer stan in the world. But I hated Greenland. So I was worried this would be another Greenland, but it's better than I thought. Plane's better than I thought. So the ads are kind of misleading. The ads make it seem like, oh, it's Con Air in a movie like disaster movie or like Airport, or there was one with Liam Neeson where he's on the plane and has to figure out who the bad guy is. But it's more like two movies together. The plane crash drama and then a hostage drama. So Butler is a pilot. He's in Asia. He's wanting to fly home to see his daughter in Hawaii.
I'll be there with plenty of time to spare.
New Year's Eve. One delay.
Hey, there won't be any delays.
And the plane is not full. It's less than half full. And there's a storm coming, but the company's like, it'll cost us more money to go around it, so just fly through it. So they do, and on board, one of the passengers is Luke Cage. Well, the actor who plays Luke Cage. And he is being extradited back to America on a murder charge.
Fugitive extradition to Toronto. We'll be with you as far as Tokyo. Will remain in constraints and be under my constant supervision.
And turns out he had joined the French Foreign Legion, which apparently is still a thing. And so there's that complication, like, oh. And as they're flying through the weather, the plane gets hit by lightning. All the electronics go down.
Captain, avionics are down.
So the movie, has some weird politics, and maybe that's more me than the movie. So we cut back and forth between the plane, them trying to find a place to land, and the airline company.
Flight 119. What do we know, Sid?
So the airline company, they call in like a fixer. And the fixer's like, oh, in that part of the world, I got some guys. He calls in some mercenaries to try and find out if there's any survivors or anything. And it's the mercenaries, though, they're like all upstanding, super professional. They go the extra mile, willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for this to save these hostages. And, they're not like, instead of being like people who kill people for money. So again, maybe that's just me. The drama with the plane losing power in a storm is pretty good. I was sitting on the couch watching it, and I was goofing around on my tablet playing Marvel Snap or something. And I actually put it away. And I shut the blinds because it's kind of dark. They show Butler and the co-pilot trying to navigate, with paper because the electronics are out. And they're trying to dump the fuel. And they're like, okay, where can we find some landing? I think this is where we are. And that's pretty good. They also show the stewardesses trying to keep the passengers safe and calm. I like that part a lot. Then the second part turns into more of a action movie. The survivors they happen to be near an island in the Philippines that is like lawless and controlled by a warlord. So the survivors become hostages of this warlord. And so Gerard Butler and Luke Cage need to try to save them. And that part is not nearly as interesting. There's still some decent fights, and certainly Gerard Butler and Luke Cage, I should really learn his name. They make believable action guys. And so I think Plane is worth watching. 4 thumbs up. The plane will go down but your interest level won't. Screw that Greenland film.